Hey, what's happening, folks? What's going on, y'all? Hey, man. Just want to touch on something real quick. On my on the way home today, I was taking my mom and my aunt, picking them up from their spot, where they hang out down at the market, Lexington Market, and aunt had to stop past right and pick up a match. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm outside waiting. Mother and I, we outside in the truck. We, you know, for my aunt to come on out with her packages so I can take her home and all. And a young female pulled up and in her ride parked in front of me, and I noticed that on the back of her vehicle she had. I noticed on the back of her vehicle she had the word BITCH on like put on the back of her vehicle. You know what I'm saying? And kind of tripped me out because I'm like, wow, the women are just downgrading themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool for them to just call each other that word. It's a trip, you know. And I just, that kind of went over the top for me. I'm like, wow. The moment a dude say that to you, or someone you don't know, or you having an argument with someone, and that comes out of their mouth, uh, one of you wanna get physical because you were called that word, but yet you actually have it painted on the back of your vehicle. Like you went out and did that. The vehicle, your vehicle, referring to yourself as a BCTH. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. You know, I want to say one more thing, man. If it hadn't been for my kid's mother, and the one good thing in my life has been that relationship and the fact that we were blessed with two children. But I was smart enough to know, we were smart enough to know that we were blessed and we were smart enough to know, I was smart enough to know that one woman was enough for me to be making children with. You know what I'm saying? So I thank her for that. I really did. But it's crazy today. I look around and I see these young women, I see these young men. I didn't see dudes my age and women my age, man. It's like some man tells if they're still in their 20s and teens. It's wild, man. To see a 40, 50, 60-year-old dude running around with his pants hanging down, baseball cap turned to the back, tight pants on. It's wild. It's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand that. But, that's how it is out here. That's how it is out here now. But I was blessed by the Most High with my ex-wife. And the fact that we were both smart enough to know a little something about life back then. And we were blessed with two good kids. And I thank her for that. And I thank the Most High for that as well. But if I had to be out here now, you know, I'm a single man. I've been single for about 26 years, man. It's just, I don't know what's out here, man. It's just not the way it used to be. You got this Facebook thing, you got this Twitter thing, you got this Instagram thing. I'm not accustomed to meeting people over networks. These network things. It's like I'm an old school cat. I'm like face to face on the telephone talking to each other. I guess one good thing is FaceTime, I guess. But how do you develop a relationship over a device? You know what I'm saying? Or over Facebook, or over Twitter, or over Instagram. How do you get to know someone like that? You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't want to get that because that's not, in my heart, man, that's not how it should be. People should be one on one, face to face, person to person. Hey, blah 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 blah. That kind of thing. But When you are living in a demonic system, and I'm gonna keep saying it because this system is demonic. Allegedly, according to that book they call the Bible, um, God gave Satan dominion over this plane. This is his realm. This is his world in which we live. Um, the sad thing about it is that might be one of the most truths I've ever heard in my life because I live it and I see it every day. It's everywhere. This demonic thing is every place, and it has such a grip on us. It has such a grip. You know, it's like people just want things, money, cars, houses, all these materials, man. What you gonna do with it? When your time comes, that stuff's still gonna be here. So, you know what I'm saying, what are you getting exactly? You can't take it with you. I bet you if some people could, they would. But you know, the flesh is one thing and the soul is another. So when you leave, the flesh stays, but the soul moves on. So, you know, we're wasting a lot of time. We waste time here. We're caught up into this demonic system. We're a slave to it, every one of us. We think going to work is a good thing. Again, that is a man-made thing. The Most High didn't come up with work, man. He didn't come up with it. He didn't come up with churches. He didn't come up with these so-called institutions. None of this is his doing. None of it. All this is man's doing. In order for you to have a roof over your head, you got to be a slave to the system. You have to work. They say you have to work. Like there's no other way for you to survive on God's plane. Even though Satan has dominion over it, it's still the Most High's plane, man. All of this is his. He's the ruler. He's the boss. Satan is just a minion who think he's in control. Okay? That's why they made the movie Minions. Those little character minions. Because that's all he is. He's a minion. He's really nothing. But people pay homage to him. They love him. They sacrifice babies and children to him. They praise him. They sick. You know, how you going to fear Satan, so-called Satan? How you going to fear that cat, but you don't fear the Most High? The Most High made that dude, or that thing, whatever that is. That spirit, that evil force, whatever you want to call it. The Most High made him. He didn't make the Most High. So how in the world are you going to fear Satan or this evil force and you don't fear the Most High? He could have a thought and you could be gone? Satan don't have that kind of power. But you give him that energy. You discount the Most High, but you give Satan all of that energy and you give him all that knowledge. That's ridiculous. Stop. You gotta stop. But I wanted to touch on that real quick. The young woman had the word BICTH painted on the back of her vehicle, like she was proud of it. She was advertising it as a good thing. And these are the women out here who make children with other men. They say like people attract one another. So maybe that's why I've been single so long. Maybe my aura or my energy just isn't connecting to anyone because of I guess who I am, the way I think, the way I move. I guess the energy that I give off. I don't know. But that's cool, man. I'm not gonna get twisted about that. That is, it, you know, they say it is, but it is what it is. So it is what it is. I just hope and pray that we get it together. We got to get it together. So much is going on around us. We just got to get it together. And as long as we're napping, loving our slumber, enjoying our basketball, enjoying our NFL football, enjoying our pay per view, enjoying our Netflix, our HBO, our cable, our satellite, our baseball, our tennis, our golf. As long as we're enjoying these things, we're going to continue to be in slumber, this sleep, this dream. Distractions come in many different forms, and we're too asleep to recognize exactly what they are. We think it's something that is entertaining for us. To sit down and watch grown men beat the crap out of each other, playing a child's game on Sundays, Thursdays, Mondays, whatever day they play that thing they call football. And then we get the jerseys, we get we get the painted up faces. We get all the other little trinkets that go along with supporting your so-called team, a team in which you don't own, a group of men who don't know you, don't care about you, don't think about you, don't want to be around you, don't want nothing to do with you, but you give them all of that energy because that's your team. That's your team. But when you need a bill to be paid, or you have a hospital bill, things of that nature, you need a extra $2,000-3,000 to get your kid in school. You can't call up the team and say, "Look, I'm a Raven fan. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm a little short for my son's tuition next month. You mind if y'all write me a check? I'm about $3,000 short. Can y'all write me a check? Y'all my team. I got your jerseys. You know what I'm saying? I watch you every Sunday. I got tickets, season tickets, and all that. So, but I'm a little short for my son's tuition or my daughter's tuition. Can y'all hook me up with an extra $3,000-4,000? Now, if that's your team, you should be able to do that, and you should be able to be assisted by your team. Wake up, people. The Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers, Seattle Seahawks. Some people don't give a heck about who you are. None of it. They're not your team. Okay? Stop going through these emotional changes over a group of men playing a child's game. You don't watch the game, watch the game. Don't give it your energy. Watch the game. Sit there and ask yourself, why are grown men playing a child's game, trying to beat the crap out of each other? And then when one get injured, it's like a personal friend that you had gone to school with for about 5-6 years. And y'all did cookouts and all that other stuff together, and all of a sudden you feeling the pain of that individual because that person's hurt and they won't be able to play no more during the season. Please, man. Y'all got to be the dumbest people on the planet. I just don't get that. I don't understand it. I used to be emotionally connected to these so-called sport teams. But I realized it was all a waste of time. The NFL, the NBA, baseball, any sport you could think of is fixed. Okay? All of them are fixed. Every single one of them are fixed. Okay? Every one of them. Those guys just don't go out on Sundays and play a game. All of it is scripted. Every single game is scripted. Ask yourself one question. Over the last, let's say 10 years, why has New England been the one team who's always seemed to be a part of the Super Bowl process? If the system's not rigged, then how does that happen? How does that happen? How did the Falcons lose that Super Bowl game they should have won. How did they lose? They came out the second half and couldn't move the ball. Come on now. If you don't think that was fixed, you a fool. The entire game was scripted. The entire game was scripted. They gotta sell it to you so you can sit there and watch it so they can get that money. They need you to watch their event so they can get that money. Because they got all these sponsors going on while they sitting there and while you're sitting there watching the game. So as long as they can keep you planted in that seat, that's all the money they can make. And then they can guarantee you that you're stupid enough to go and buy season tickets for the next year. Okay? So there's a process to all of it. It's not happenstance, a happen chance. There's a process. And as long as sleeping sheep continue to slumber, they're going to continue to treat you like idiots. And on that, I want to end this, man, but the young woman with the word BICTH purposely put in the back of her vehicle blows my mind. Blows my mind. I am 53 years of age. I never thought that I'd live to see some of the stuff that I'm experiencing down here in this demonic world. This evil system is alive and it's well. And it's got many of us by the scrotum. Okay? And I'm gonna keep using this term. Wake up, sheep. Wake up. Come out of your slumber. Come out of your dream. Wake up. This world in which you live is not beneficiary to you. Okay? It wants your soul. Satan wants your soul. And he will do anything that he can to convince you to give it to him freely and unwillingly. Just give it to him in this beast system. He wants it. And many of the sleeping sheep are going to give it to him. It will not be a so-called eternal life for some of us because we think we need the rags and the riches now. These materials mean something to people. I don't get it. Personally, I don't get it. They can take their cars, they can take their money, they can take their houses, they can take their clothing. How in the world are you going to wear a piece of cloth? Think about this. A piece of cloth with someone else's name on it and really think you got something. Like, that's some kind of status. It's devil shit, man. Devil stuff. Excuse me. What's French, man? That's devil stuff. Again, and I'm going to be as clear as I can be. The Most High has nothing to do with clothes that have names on them. Okay? That's not from him. He did not put it in stone or in writing or in anything saying that when you make a garment, put a name on it and sell it at a ridiculous price because it'll get you into heaven. He didn't say that. It's not from him, man. Prada. Come on, man. Give me a break. You're bold enough you're brave enough, dumb enough, let me put it that way. You're dumb enough to put on someone else's clothing with their name on it. And you walk around thinking you shining. Because you have someone else's name labeled on you. Okay? Like that's special. It would be a cold, cold, cold day in that place with the double, the H, the E, and the double L's before I walk around here with someone's name on my back. If anybody's name is going to be on my back, it's going to be mine. I represent me. And I can't wear anything with the Most High name on it. He don't roll like that. That ain't his. That's not his thing. That's not his thing. That's man's thing through Satan worshiping and through this demonic system. It's crazy. Somebody's name on a garment and you wear it. A team name on the garment and you wear it. 90% of you, 98% of you don't even understand what some of these signs and symbols are. All of them are demonic. There's nothing good about a cross. Think about this. So-called Jesus was killed and placed on a cross. Think about that. Think about that. Why is that a good thing? Why would you take a human being, so-called kill that person, and so-called nail them to a cross, and then you wear that around your neck like it's a good thing? There's nothing good about that. That's evil as hell. Death is not, unnatural death is not good. To kill someone is evil. Think about it, man. How is the Father himself, all-knowing, create everything that we see? This plane, trees, animals, life. Turn around, create a flesh, so-called, call it his son. And then at 33, think about that number, because it's a Masonic number. 33, he dies. How does he die at 33? Why couldn't it have been 40? Hell, why couldn't it have been 20? Why couldn't it have been 26? Why couldn't it have been, let's say, 28? Why did it have to be 33? It's the highest level a Mason can reach. Okay? 33. Think about it. Look, man. Signs and symbols of the world. They show you the signs and symbols every single day. But when you're a sheep and you can't see it, you don't know what it is, so you assume that it's nothing. Look, I'm going to keep saying it. Wake up. Wake up. Understand what a psyop is. They pull them every day. A psyop every single day. All over your TV, man. All over your TV. They talk stuff about real news. I'm going to tell you what the real news is. The real news is the news you never hear about. That's real news. The fake news is what you get every single day. But they call that real news. And all of it is drama. It's to entertain you, man. Entertain you. Where I live right now, I've come across several people who've told me about some shootings that occurred in this particular area. They never made the news. They never made the local news. How was that? How do you have shootings? A guy died the other night. I believe it was on Washington Boulevard on a little moped. I think he was hit. They may have mentioned that. But that same night, 2 people were shot in this area. That ain't make news. I ain't hear nothing about that. Not a word. But you get fake news every day. They report it every day. And what's crazy is that One channel will give you a scripted story, and then the other states and those channels from those states will run the same story. And you think that's real news. It's scripted entertainment for the sheeps. Okay? Question it, man. Stop sitting in front of that stupid thing they call a TV and thinking they're presenting you with reality. It's not reality, it's entertainment. They want to keep you blind, deaf, dumb, asleep, distracted, uncertain, fearful, chaotic. All those things, they just want to keep you in a state of chaos. A stream tripping on me tonight. It keeps going in and out on me. I don't know why, but I've been talking about 30 minutes now. I just wanted to close the night out with a few things, man. One more thing, and then I'm gonna cut it off. But I just want to keep giving my man, Mag, on YouTube. I want to keep giving that brother all the support and keep mentioning him, man. You gotta tune into him, man. You gotta tune into him. The Mag on YouTube, man. You know, the brother got some channels. They keep taking the channels down, trying to discourage him, man. But he's staying strong, man. So the Bitter Truth is one of his channels. They keep taking that channel from the brother, but check him out, man. Check him out. You gotta check him out. The brother puts the information out there for you. He's trying to wake us up. You know, he's getting some resistance, but you know, those are the agents, man. They the agents for YouTube, trying to run the brother off, trying to make him seem like he's a fool, or you know, he's just out there, you know. But the way the brother breaks it down, man. You know, when he breaks it down, man, it's so simple. You can see the BS. A blind man can see it. I mean, he broke down Stevie Wonder and his fake blindness. You know what I'm saying? I mean, wow. Had me fooled all these years. Ray Charles, his fake blindness. I mean, come on now. I mean, it's crazy. And he really gets into the transgendering issue, you know, and the whole makeup issue too, man. You gotta keep in mind when, now, he schooled me to this. And I'm glad he did, because I thought the makeup was primarily created for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? But when he broke it down and explained why it was actually created, it was created for men. You know, think about that. You know, if you want a man to look more like a woman, he ain't gonna be able to just do that thing naturally. You know, you gotta put a little something on his face. You gotta make some visual changes. It's the illusion they want to sell us. So when makeup came about, makeup was really created for that reason and that reason alone. Yes, women use it, but in reality, it wasn't made for them initially. It wasn't created for them. Let me put it that way. It wasn't created for them. It was created for men, so they can pass as women. Along with the surgeries, you know, cutting off the weenie and all that other nonsense. And I got on this the other night a little bit, but I just wanted to add that real quick. But check him out, man. Brother Mag, one of his channels, The Bitter Truth. They keep shutting that channel down, but he keep coming back with strong channels. Support him, you know. If you ain't about the truth, don't waste your time. He ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He ain't gonna hold your hand. He gonna give it to you raw. He gonna give it to you right. I appreciate the fact that he is out there doing his thing. I just want him to know I support him 100%. And on that note, peace.